Oh, what was that? The glasses? Oh, don't worry about that, sweetheart. Don't worry about that, honey. I had a disease this morning, a flickering force. Pow! Handsy flick. Didn't hit me in the eye. And it gave me this big disease where if I read anything that's crazy, that's extravagant, that's sad about Bayern Munich, about everything, I cry about Bayern Munich. I cry. So I don't need that. I don't need that right now. But hello everyone, welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. So sources coming out of the Dutch lands, the Flatlands, and Barcelona, the Catalan land, pretty much saying that Sergiño Dest to Barcelona is extremely close. So, I don't know what everyone's thoughts on that are because of the picture thing he posted this morning that we talked about and how that could have meant he was coming to Bayern. He literally had his location thing where the Bayern players were this morning. So, hey, if you actually thought he was joining Bayern because of that, I don't blame you because I did too. I made a video on it. The whole live show was about that. But yeah, now it looks like he's close to Barcelona. I'm not sure if these are just those journalists that come out and say a story is true or not just so they can get it right or be in the right, because once they get it wrong they'll just delete their tweet. It's that simple, and they won't lose any credibility from it, and they'll just say, oh, but Bayern offered more money and that's why we got it wrong. But the deal with Barcelona could be extremely far, or with Bayern extremely far. You never know. But if I'm Flick though, and we actually do miss out on Sergiño Dest, I would be angry, not because you're missing out on the greatest right back of all time, but because you want to back up. Dest is someone we've been looking at for 9 months, probably even longer, knowing Bayern scouts and how we go about signing players. We've been looking at this guy, man. We had an eye on him, man. We had an eye. We've been spygating. I feel like Marcelo Bielsa up in here with Leeds. But seriously, what are your thoughts on this? Because Bayern Munich should not be letting a player that we want go to Barcelona. They still can't afford to keep Messi. And Messi doesn't even want to be there. They're broke. And the thing is that annoys me the most, if we do miss out on Dest, July, the transfer window opened. UEFA officially confirmed it. And FIFA as well. We didn't sign players. Okay, fair enough. Were we still playing? July 4th, we had the final versus Leverkusen. And then you had a long break. So I'm guessing Bayern were like, okay, well, we want him to return and then play and have games for Ajax so we can determine whether or not we should go for him and he still has his quality. I don't know. And then you move out of July and then you go to August. Champions League. You shouldn't be signing anyone. You shouldn't want to disrupt anything. Sané did show up at the beginning of July, but that's different, right? Because we've been looking at him for a long time, negotiating with City behind the scenes. And then August ends. That's when the business should be done. We have had 3 weeks to be getting business done. We let Barcelona sell Semedo and then get in for Dest. We should have just signed Dest. What exactly were we waiting for? Were we waiting for the sale of Thiago? Well, if we were, then just pay the money, because you did. Actually, no. According to some sources, we didn't get 30 million for Thiago. We got like 5 million, and then the extra 25 million will be paid in installments for the next 4 years or something crazy like that. So what were we waiting for if we actually miss out on Dest? That's the question. I think if... Or the player could genuinely just want to go play for Barcelona, Barcelona. He could just genuinely want to go there instead. And that would probably make more sense. But even then, he pretty much hinted at a Bayern move. Nah, man, nah. And I'm sure there are people that are going to be like, well, George, why would Flick be angry about this? Dest isn't even that good anyways. Hansi Flick wanted Sergiño Dest. Flick wanted veto power at Bayern to say no or yes to transfers, which means if he did say yes to Sergiño Dest and we were this close to getting him about a few hours ago, then yes, he did want him. So if we miss out on Dest, it would be down to the board not being able to complete business quick enough. Why it took us so long is weird. We should have signed him weeks ago. We should have gotten him in and he would be training with the players. I don't know, but sometimes we take our time. Remember when Kalin Rummenigge last summer with Leroy Sané pretty much said we're relaxed? They were relaxed for a long time, and then Sané ended up getting an injury. We did 2 panic buys. Panic FC. You just can't do that again. We need a right back, a backup right back that can offer us a different type of solution. Someone that's attacking, someone that has the qualities to get forward consistently for whenever Benjamin Pavard is either injured or Flick wants a different type of player at that position. That's why we get backups, man. And I don't want to be talking about Dodo, man. And why is no one talking about this? You can say, oh, George, we just signed Max Aarons. Well, Norwich are demanding at least 30 million for him. Ajax wanted 25 million for Dest. So, you know, we couldn't sign our first choice for 25 million, but then we'll go spend 30 million on the guy that was below our first choice. That doesn't make sense. So I don't think we'll be signing Aarons if we don't get Dest, because we'll deem him as too expensive to sign. I don't think that's going to happen. So I really just want us to get a backup right back, and that's Sergiño Dest. So I think the deal will go through. I think it will happen. No delusions, but look, you can't play out my feelings like that, man. We are not tag out here. Can't be playing these games. This is not Among Us. This is not Fortnite. This is none of that. These are not games we're playing, Sergiño. You can't post what you posted this morning and not join us. Welcome to Bayern, my G. Yeah, but seriously, I mean, Barca could genuinely get him. If Barcelona gets Sergiño Dest, I will be the angriest person ever. I guess my preview for the Valencia game, or Sevilla game rather, will be tomorrow. I keep mistaking those two. Are they close to each other somehow? Because I keep saying Valencia and Sevilla in the same sentence. And they're not supposed to be in the same sentence, because they're not as good as each other. Well, I don't know. I'm sure all of you are going to comfort me, but I want Sergiño Dest at Bayern. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, we should definitely be backing our manager. I mean, if you go in for someone like Max Aarons, first of all, you have to pay more money. And then you're going to have to consider the fact that, hey, he's not your first choice. Why do people say we should back Hansi Flick, but then when it doesn't really... Now, we should be giving Hansi Flick that backup right back. And I think Dest is the perfect option. He adds something different to that back line. You know, he does. He does. So let's see what happens in the next few days. But you know what? I'm not really that confident with the deal. I'm not going to lie. I'm not like, okay, well, he'll sign, but I'm also not like, okay, he won't sign. I'm in the middle right now. Well, thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia san mia and peace.